We'd like to tell you about the entire Los Angeles Regional 5-county all-day 4th of July live televised celebration.
We just call it LA Regional 4th for short.
Trying to bring spirit to the whole day.
And they can only wear that outfit on days when banks are closed.
LA Regional 4th starts the day with live coverage of the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run.
He's going up the Eastgate switchbacks.
They're yelling left, left. I couldn't see where the left turn was and I almost cut it short.
So I'm in heaven right now, back in my home turf.
To what do you credit your win today in the 10K of Will Rogers?
Beautiful weather, good fans, good course.
The backyard reports come to us from celebrations all across the area, from Orange, Riverside, San Bernardino, Ventura, and Los Angeles County.
It's family. It's family.
Get to be yourself and you can do your own thing.
It's always nice to have my whole family and neighborhood come together, and it's nice. I feel special.
Then the largest parade event in Los Angeles County, the Pacific Palisades Americanism Parade, 66th annual this year. Wells Fargo Bank presents its symbol of legendary service, the Stagecoach. Join Ed Asner, the Grand Marshal of the Pacific Palisades Parade for 2013, as the parade celebrates its 66th year.
We don't stop laughing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop laughing.
Our day-long 4th of July celebration wraps up with firecrackers. The Firecracker Film Festival celebrates independent films and themes of America.
Ben, it's starting to rain. Why don't you go fly a kite?
Oh, yes, I will. Goodbye.
So now you know the LA Regional 4th is a day-long 10-hour telecast in 4 parts, seen everywhere across Los Angeles in all 5 counties for the past 9 years. Watch on KVMD Channel 23, DirecTV and Dish Network Channel 31, AT&T UVerse and Verizon Fios Channel 23, and on all cable systems. Visit laregional4th.com and click on Find My Channel to find my channel. Also, laregional4th.com is on Facebook, so give us a like because we really appreciate that stuff. In fact, here's a little bit more music to listen to while you're doing that like thing. See you on the 4th. Good morning and welcome back into the live coverage of the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run event on the LA Regional 4th of July broadcast. Thomas is, what's that title, the logistical wizard?
Logistical wizard? I don't know. I'm not sure I deserve that title, but I am in charge of logistics, so whatever it is that needs to be done, they asked me to do it.
So he's been with the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run for a long time, and the most important thing about this run event is that it is a benefit. It is a benefit for a very important cause. Can you tell us about that one, Thomas?
Well, it benefits a number of charities, principally handled through the Optimist Club, and so any of the net proceeds as a result of the race go to the Optimists.
Fantastic. And what do the Optimists do? I know they told me, but I'd rather hear it from you.
Well, that's a good question, but I believe they do a lot for children's charities, and there's quite a number of different charities that the money goes towards.
They really are. My favorite that they were telling me about was that they actually have kind of a boarding high school environment for people whose, mom and dad have both been taken away one way or another. And so they make sure that the kids have a stable home environment to go to high school with, to get through high school. And anybody who's made it through high school knows that it's not naturally easy.
That's correct. And a number of our sponsors are very active supporters of children's charities. We have, for example, the Will Rogers Foundation. Will Rogers Institute is one of our sponsors, and they do a wonderful job with kids, promoting healthy lifestyle, exercise, and things of that nature.
And we have the animation going up now to show you where the route is happening. They start off at Pampas Ricas and Toyopa and head down and around. And then the 10K is sort of the 5K twice.
Well, the 10K is a extended 5K with a lot more hills, a lot more climbing. And most of the climbing of the course comes in the latter half of the race, as a matter of fact. About 3/4 of the climbing occurs in the last half of the race. So it's a very challenging 10K, and most of the runners come for that reason.
It's a beautiful thing, and it's this is another one that you were telling me, this is the perfect overcast morning running weather.
We lucked out again. Last year we had nice gray overcast skies, and so this year we lucked out in the same way. The temperatures are cool for this time of year in July, and normally we have this nice gray overcast sky early in the morning, and then it warms up as the morning wears on. So hopefully for the runners' benefit, we get a continuation of this for the next couple of hours.
Okay, we're just, this is live, and we're making it up as we go along, can you tell? But the most important thing is this is the first time that it's been expanded to have the pre-run hour before the run, because we wanted to make sure we weren't rushing getting into the run, which is supposed to start about 8:15?
The run will start at 8:15. Both the 5K and the 10K start simultaneously. That's correct.
And it's a beautiful sight, and I want you to tell all your friends, call them, kick them out of bed, and say you got to watch on TV. If you hit the website laregional4th.com, you can find your channel in your neighborhood. It's also on DirecTV and Dish and AT&T UVerse and Verizon Fios, and over the air on KVMD channel 23. So you may want to search those call letters on your cable system.
And we're looking forward to seeing our course record holder for the 5K coming by this morning, maybe a little bit later, Peter Gilmore. He set our course record back in 2003 at a sizzling 14 minutes and 10 seconds. And Peter went on to considerable acclaim as a distance runner for the United States.
14 minutes and 10 seconds for the
5K. And Peter is a super...
Isn't that how long it takes normal people to go a mile?
That's how long it takes normal people to get a cup of coffee at Starbucks. And it might be a little bit fast for that even, but so we're hoping Peter will stop by and we can give him an interview at some point.
Oh, that's fantastic. Now, we have a number of cameras around the route, and if you go out right now and take a look, at the bottom of the run, at the lowest point, what's that, about a 100-foot drop at the first mile time?
Yeah, about 100 feet down to Corona del Mar.
Corona del Mar, take a look at this shot. This is Corona del Mar and Toyopa, and you can see just how lovely it is down there. They have, of course, they're right next to the cliff that overlooks Pacific Coast Highway. Santa Monica Pier is visible as the runners are going down this lowest point and saying, oh, that's beautiful. Then they hang a hard left and go up Toyopa, and up the hill they will then join the folks at Pampas Ricas and Toyopa. And we have Kasia Grigorczyk, and soon to be Eleanor will be out there joining her after 8.
Oh, excellent. Eleanor Kerr. She's a local house mom who's also a terrific runner and just a great gal. And so we're happy to have her commenting on the race.
Very beautiful. So we have the Corona del Mar camera down there to catch them at the lowest point of the race, but might be the highest point for their enthusiasm because they've just run downhill. And they said, oh, I feel pretty good. This is pretty easy. And then what happens?
Well, then they begin what we refer to as the Toyopa Hill, and it's about 3/4 of a mile of a climb. The average grade is only about 4 to 5%, but in the middle of that hill, there is a section that's about 7%. And so that gets the runner's attention.
Oh, boy.
They run that hill all the way up till it flattens out just before the 2-mile mark.
Okay, now at Pampas Ricas, they go up the hill at Toyopa, and then they hang a hard left and go out Pampas Ricas all the way over to El Circo and turn around and then come on back eastbound on Pampas Ricas before they turn north again, north-ish, on Toyopa. And there's a lot of action there. We have the big jib arm camera out there, the crane. Always sounds good to have a crane. Sounds like you're going to lift buildings up. Yes. We have a crane camera. Yes. And Kasia Grigorczyk we will be checking in with whenever that's available. So the most important thing to remember is we are all over this mountainside because of someone very, very important, and that is Robert Lamb at PSSI Global. This company has dozens of satellite trucks, and they are contributing phenomenal amounts of expertise today to this broadcast, and we want to thank them early and often. Same way you vote in Chicago, I think.
That's correct. Yeah, they've been a wonderful resource for us to bring the race live via satellite communication. Because of the terrain, the hilliness of the course, the canyons are fairly deep, they're covered with trees. It makes it very challenging to get a signal coordinated over that distance.
It's important to see because We are at the kind of the midpoint of the hillside at the start-finish line. Then you go down 100-something feet to the Corona Del Mar corner, and then after they do the zigzag at Pampas Ricas and the 5K people turn around on Sunset and come back to finish, the 10K people continue east down Sunset, down that dip that's called Rustic Canyon, right?
That's right. They continue from about the 2.5 mile mark. They start down into Rustic Canyon, and it's a fairly gradual grade, maybe 3 to 4%, until they reach the bottom. Once at the bottom, it appears to flatten out, but that's a bit of a trick of the eye because the grade is actually uphill. It's slight, but it's noticeable when you're running, maybe 2 to 3%.
You begin to feel it.
You can feel it, and after about a third of a mile of that, then the real work begins because they begin up the switchbacks in the back east gate of Will Rogers Park.
Oh, wow. So as we're going up the back east gate of Will Rogers State Park, you'll see that on the animation, and then at the top of that hill, we have some cameras to show you who's made it up that back hill. Something I noticed, Thomas, was that as you go onto that back road, the actual surface of the road changes. It's not the solid pavement, it's got a little slip to it.
There's a bit of a variety to the surface on the course. Most of it is asphalt, but there is a bit of what we would normally refer to as hardtack or just kind of a gravelly tar surface until they reach the parking lot, then it's back onto asphalt.
You're watching the live coverage of the Will Rogers 36th Annual 5 and 10K Run from Pacific Palisades, California with Thomas Hathaway. I'm Timothy Greenwood, and we'll be right back. We'd like to tell you about the entire Los Angeles Regional 5-County all-day 4th of July live televised celebration.
We just call it LA Regional 4th for short.
Trying to bring spirit to the whole day.
And they can only wear that outfit on days when banks are closed.
LA Regional 4th starts the day with live coverage of the Will Rogers 5 and 10K Run.
He's going up the East Gate switchbacks.
They're yelling left, left. I couldn't see where the left turn was, and I almost cut it short.
So I'm in heaven right now, back in my home turf.
To what do you credit your win today in the 10K of Will Rogers?
Beautiful weather, good fans, good course.
The backyard reports come to us from celebrations all across the area, from Orange, Riverside, San Bernardino, Ventura, and Los Angeles County.
It's family. It's family.
Get to be yourself and you can do your own thing.
It's always nice to have my whole family and neighborhood come together, and it's nice. I feel special.
Then the largest parade event in Los Angeles County, the Pacific Palisades Americanism Parade, 66th annual this year. Wells Fargo Bank presents its symbol of legendary service, the Stagecoach. Join Ed Asner, the Grand Marshal of the Pacific Palisades Parade for 2013, as the parade celebrates its 66th year.
We don't stop laughing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop laughing.
Our day-long 4th of July celebration wraps up with firecrackers. The Firecracker Film Festival celebrates independent films and themes of America.
Ben, it's starting to rain. Why don't you go fly a kite?
Oh, yes, I will. Goodbye.
So now you know the LA Regional 4th is a day-long 10-hour telecast in 4 parts, seen everywhere across Los Angeles in all 5 counties for the past 9 years. Watch on KVMD Channel 23, DirecTV and Dish Network Channel 31, AT&T UVerse and Verizon Fios Channel 23, and on all cable systems. Visit LARegional4th.com and click on Find My Channel to find my channel. Also, LARegional4th.com is on Facebook, so give us a like because we really appreciate that stuff. In fact, here's a little bit more music to listen to while you're doing that like thing. See you on the 4th. Good morning and welcome back. It's a beautiful day and we are now joined by raceman himself, Bob Klein.
Good morning, guys.
Hi.
Good morning, Bob.
Welcome back.
We probably need to do this.
Bob.
So
Bob.
we can hear you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good morning again. Hi. It is a great day. We're all kind of pumped up and excited, of course. In the Palisades, this is the best day of the year.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, how did you come to be acquainted with the run?
Well, I'm part of the original, Rich Runners group that had the idea to start this 30-something years ago. And so, once again, I'm doing what I do every single year. My son Jimmy is kind of the next gen, part of the next gen, so he's gradually taking over. And but we know what we're doing. We know where we are. We do the same jobs, and that's why it's so well run. You know, we've been there, and we love this community, and we love the day.
Now, you're familiar with team sports.
I did. I played a little football. I grew up in the Palisades, and then went to SC, and then played with the Rams and the Chargers for 11 years. So, yeah, team play produces winners. You're right.
Yeah. Now, how many people do you have helping put this on today?
Well, you know, I would think we probably have a core of about 35 that have some responsibility where they need to go out and find volunteers to support them. So I would say we probably have about 250 volunteers supporting the race today. I mean, there's a lot of people you don't see here back in t-shirt distribution.
Right.
That's right.
Or you've got, you know, coming in with their shirts and stuff. And so there's a big group of our friends plus the optimists here that are supporting it. So it's fun. And we build a lot of friendships, and we do a good job besides.
Fantastic. Now, you are also acquainted with one of the major sponsors of the event.
St. John's Hospital. That's where I actually work, and I've been there for 20 years. I was a board member before that, and Jerry and Pat Epstein, one of our trustees, is the donor behind the hospital being able to be the title sponsor for this. You know, it's the right thing for a healthcare provider to be involved with exercise, physical fitness, and so we've been doing this for the last couple of years. So we've tried to expose ourselves a little more each year. You'll see St. John's name a little more. You know, we don't tend to beat our chest enough. So anyway, we're proud to be the title sponsor again this year.
Fantastic. I want to thank you, and thank you for
bet.
putting on the great event,
Yes.
and we're happy to make a big fuss about you.
Happy 4th of July to you guys.
Happy 4th of July.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you. Wonderful folks all around, people volunteering their companies, people volunteering one another, sometimes without them knowing it.
Well, that's what it's all about. It really is a big team effort, and it's one of the biggest days, if not the biggest day, certainly here in the Palisades.
Well, it really is. And there's a point in the Palisades where you can look over the cliff and see forever, or the Pacific Ocean and the Santa Monica Pier. And this is the lowest point in the run. Right after they take off, about 1.25 miles later, what we have is a good idea. What we have is a shot there that has the pier and the goodies, and we have lots of participants around here today. And we are rotating chairs and goodies to get all the local folks involved. But I tell you what, this is a huge community event. This is the 36th year that the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run has taken place in Pacific Palisades through Will Rogers State Park. And the LA Regional 4th telecast works very hard to celebrate from all the places you do. One of them is our parks. So we have a park there, we have Palisades Recreational Park here, and we have someone who's just parked themselves at our desk. Hi, what's your name? Hey, Jerry, so tell us, what does the run mean to you?
Well, the run means everything to me. It's, as you know, all of us are so active at our wonderful hospital, St. John's, and we've been doing this for quite a few years. But today is such a special day because with all that's going on in the world today, those of us that were involved in World War II still remember every one of these days because we are so lucky to live in the greatest country on God's green earth. And to celebrate with what's going on all over the world, to know that this is still the one bastion in the whole world where people can live free. And I just hope all of our young people realize that, what a wonderful heritage our founding fathers gave to us.
It's beautiful to hear. And I see that you're wearing what you preach.
Yes, that's true. That's true. This is really a truly wonderful day. And everybody getting out early in the morning. And it's very nice this morning. It's not going to be too warm to run. And just thank you for being here this morning, too.
Pleasure to see you. Right now we're taking a look at the beautiful camera shot over by Pampas Ricas, which is where the runners come up the hill, go back and forth. Thank you, Jerry. Where they come up and they go back and forth and around and up and down. And that is a busy, busy spot for the runners, for the water carriers, and for the people who are saying, you know, you can almost see 4 runs at once if you park yourself at Toyopa and Pampas Ricas, because there's north, south, east, and west. Someone said that that's why it's confusing to drive in Los Angeles. Angeles? Because the 101 freeway goes north, south, east, and west.
It may be a little confusing, but it sure beats Boston, driven through the north end. But one of the fun things about this course is you get to see a lot of variety of locations. You have views of the ocean, you have the mountains, you have some flat areas, and it's just a terrific mix.
It really is a beautiful run. Now, you have run in the run.
Yes,
sir.
I have, quite a few times. And both the 5K and the 10K, and either one will give you a big challenge.
Now, the 5K takes off right here from Alma Real and Toyopa. And then as you take off, the first thing you do is make a hard right turn and start going downhill and winding to the right and the left. That curve, how does that feel to run that?
Well, the initial half mile is fairly flat, but then you take a fairly steep 7% or so grade down to Corona Del Mar. And it feels great because you got lots of energy, your legs are fresh. If anything, most of the runners tend to overcook that first mile.
They say, this is good, this is easy, it's downhill, I'm doing fine.
Right, they're feeling good, feeling strong, and of course, you know, the best is yet to come.
So they turn at Corona Del Mar, they start heading up Toyopa and say, oh, is my posture right? I'm going up, not down.
Well, hopefully they're focused on form because they want to certainly be conservative with their effort and try to maintain good form. It certainly conserves energy.
Fantastic. And then up at Pampas Ricas, where the action is, unofficially, we just call that the zigzag.
Right, Pampas Ricas is all flat, and they go roughly half a mile down and back to where they started, and then go out onto Sunset.
And so then after that, they turn around, come up Toyopa, and cross the big, beautiful, balloon-laden, flag-covered finish line here at the Will Rogers 5 and 10K Run Extravaganza for its 36th year.
It's an exciting finish. We try to create an atmosphere that supports their enthusiasm and excitement, and I think we succeed in doing that. We certainly have a lot of people that come out to watch them, mostly family and friends, but there's quite a few to support 2,600 runners.
Now, there's a guy who's had something to do with this run for a long time. His name's Brian Shea. Brian, come on over here, sir, please. We're going to do that little chair rotation thing again. Thank you, Thomas. Step right up. Brian Shea is the run director of the Will Rogers 5 and 10K Run, and this is a beautiful setup you've got today.
Yes, great morning. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Thomas. Thank everybody.
And so you have been associated with this run from the beginning. You were one of the guys who started the run.
Yes, that gentleman right there, Bill Klein, who's walking away, was one of the guys.
Wisely, perhaps.
It was started with me. Yes, 36 years ago.
So tell us what happened. You were standing here one day and you said, we shouldn't keep all this fun to ourselves.
Actually, it started, Brentwood had a race. And Brentwood, the neighboring city, had a race. And we were actually ran in the race. We were sitting afterwards. They had a parade. And we thought, well, when there's a parade in the Palisades, why don't we have a race?
Why don't we have a race?
36 years ago. So that's how we came up with the idea. And thank God it stuck.
It certainly did. Brian, I know you're busy. I appreciate you stopping by. And we'll be chatting with you again here before the morning's out.
Sure. Just thanks everybody for showing up. Thank
Brian
you.
Shea, race director, Will Rogers 5 and 10K Run, with us live this morning for the LA Regional 4th telecast of the Will Rogers 5 and 10K Run Extravaganza for its 36th year. Now, Thomas, it was about a year ago that we were working with you and watching you carefully in the middle of the night measure the run for precision.
Well, we measured the race course for the 10K last year because we wanted to become USA Track and Field certified. And in order to do that, there's a very specific and detailed regime you have to follow to measure the course accurately. We're here to measure the Palisades Will Rogers 10K course as accurately as possible, and our goal is to measure it to USA Track and Field protocols. The road curves to the right, then back to the left.
Oh yes. No,
So
we blocked this. This is blocked with cones.
You're blocking it here at the back entrance to Evans Road. You'll be recording the counts I give you once we go past each mile mark. You'll be writing number in these spaces.
You're gonna
Finish 6 mile, 5 mile, but we'll be going in this order. We'll be going from start to finish this way from bottom to top.
Right.
We have a standard issue bicycle rigged with a Jones Regal counter on the front wheel, which simply measures the number of counts as the wheel goes around. We calibrate the bicycle to a preset and approved calibration course, which we've already had certified. And that's what we're here to do this morning, is to measure the course. So I have several of my buddies coming to help ride herd and fend off traffic. 137945, okay, ready? Good. Okay, Mark. So
Should have Jimmy Steve behind you.
Yeah, because I got to cross both lanes.
Okay, I'll tell him.
I need two cars behind me until we get to the gate. In order to measure the course, we have to ride it in opposite directions from finish to start and then from start to finish. And that means it will be riding against the flow of traffic. Good morning. Man, that traffic, thank you. We got off that road just in time.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Rogers, and you're watching live on LA Regional 4th.
And we are back at the start-finish line of the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run. We'll be talking more to Thomas about how he measured that run. But first, Rich Wilkin, you have a lot to do with the parade that happens this afternoon.
Yep, I'm one of the, been involved with the parade for about 31 years and the fireworks, but before that, participated in it for years. And also I've been involved with the race here for the last 36 years too, actually 35 years. I missed 1 year when I was in Denmark with the Boy Scouts in '96.
Only 1 year to go to Denmark. That's not a bad record.
Yeah, we spent that day drinking beer at Legoland and celebrating the 4th of July, but that was as close as I could get to the parade that day and the fireworks.
There you go. Now, the parade that happens this afternoon is the Pacific Palisades Americanism Parade in its 66th year.
Right. It was originally started by the American Legion, and they sponsored it many, many years and just tried to obviously support and honor the veterans and then promote Americanism. To this day, Palisades Americanism Parade Association, we still have that term and that motif for the parade.
And if you want to Google search them, they're PAPA, Palisades Americanism Parade Association. On this channel this afternoon at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we will have the pre-parade show, and at 2 o'clock we will have the parade, but at 1:45, Kerry Peck, grandson of Gregory Peck, will be leading a team of parachute jumpers as they come into the street at Sunset and Swarthmore. We'll be back right after this on the LA Regional 4th telecast of the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run. Thanks, Rich. Appreciate you coming.
You're welcome.
We'd like to tell you about the entire Los Angeles Regional 5-county all-day 4th of July live televised celebration.
We just call it LA Regional 4th for short.
Trying to bring spirit to the whole day.
And they can only wear that outfit on days when banks are closed.
LA Regional 4th starts the day with live coverage of the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run.
He's going up the East Gate switchbacks.
They're yelling left, left, and I couldn't see where the left turn was, and I almost cut it short.
So I'm in heaven right now, back in my home turf.
To what do you credit your win today in the 10K of Will Rogers?
Beautiful weather, good fans, good course.
The backyard reports come to us from celebrations all across the area, from Orange, Riverside, San Bernardino, Ventura, and Los Angeles County.
It's family. It's family.
Get to be yourself and you can do your own thing.
It's always nice to have my whole family and neighborhood come together, and it's nice. I feel special.
Then the largest parade event in Los Angeles County, the Pacific Palisades Americanism Parade, 66th annual this year. Wells Fargo Bank presents its symbol of legendary service, the Stagecoach. Join Ed Asner, the Grand Marshal of the Pacific Palisades Parade for 2013, as the parade celebrates its 66th year.
We don't stop laughing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop laughing.
Our day-long 4th of July celebration wraps up with firecrackers. The Firecracker Film Festival celebrates independent films and themes of America.
Ben, it's starting to rain. Why don't you go fly a kite?
Oh, yes, I will. Goodbye.
So now you know the LA Regional 4th is a day-long 10-hour telecast in 4 parts, seen everywhere across Los Angeles in all 5 counties for the past 9 years. Watch on KVMD Channel 23, DirecTV and Dish Network Channel 31, AT&T UVerse and Verizon Fios Channel 23, and on all cable systems. Visit LARegional4th.com and click on Find My Channel to find my channel. Also, LARegional4th.com is on Facebook, so give us a like because we really appreciate that stuff. In fact, here's a little bit more music to listen to while you're doing that like thing. See you on the 4th. Good morning and welcome back into the live coverage of the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run event on the LA Regional 4th of July broadcast. We have the view now from Will Rogers State Park, and this is what the event is named for. We have cameras showing you what the runners will be enduring when they are at Will Rogers State Park, the beautiful views and the challenging terrain. Thomas, what do you remember about running at Will Rogers?
Well, the thing I remember the most, I think, is just the general sense of euphoria when you finish. And of course, the training in preparing for it is a big deal. It takes usually many weeks, if not months, to get ready for it.
That's fantastic. So Will Rogers State Park this year clearly in view as part of our coverage, and our thanks again to the people at PSSI Global bringing us a handful of satellite trucks and dozens of engineers to bring you this very important local telecast all day long today. The pre-run happens from 7 to 8. The Will Rogers 5 and 10K run coverage happens live from 8 to 10 and then replays from 10 to noon. At noon, reports from all 5 counties. That means Los Angeles, Orange, Riverside, San Bernardino, and Ventura counties all check in to tell us how they celebrate in their backyards. And at 1 o'clock this afternoon, the parade coverage starts for the Palisades Americanism Parade Association. 4 o'clock, we wrap up the day with fireworks like everybody does. Ours is the Firecracker Film Festival at 4 o'clock. Now, you have a very special runner with us. Tell us about her.
We do, Tim, we do. We're very pleased to have a special runner who's come by, and she's going to chat with us, Julie Weiss. She ran 52 marathons in 52 weeks to raise money for pancreatic cancer.
Hold on, 52 marathons in how many weeks?
I'm going to let Julie tell you because it's hard to
believe. Come on over,
believe.
Julie. This is a marathon. I was looking at the back of her shirt. It said Marathon Goddess, and I think this might be correct. Hi, Julie.
How are you?
Good morning. Happy 4th of July.
Good morning. Happy 4th to you, too.
So this was 52 marathons in how many weeks?
In 52 weeks. That was one marathon a week for a year. 1,362.4 miles.
Why don't you just say that one more time?
Oh, 1,362.4 miles I ran in honor of my father for pancreatic cancer. And to date, we've raised nearly $200,000 for the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network through my website, marathongoddess.com. I'm truly honored. Yeah.
Well, that is great. Now, when you've run in the Will Rogers 5 and 10K.
I have. I think maybe 2 or 3 years. I think it was 2007, 8, and 9. Something like that, and now I'm back again, and I'm using this as a training run to qualify for the Boston Marathon.
Very good. Now, what do you remember about running through Will Rogers State Park and the challenges up there?
I remember it was really hard. You know, even running 52 marathons, those hills are tough. We're very blessed to have such perfect weather today. It's going to be nice and cool, which will make it a little easier. But I also remember the awesome spirit of these people that really help you along. You know, we support each other, and being that it's the 4th of July, we just have this amazing free spirit to run free, and I'm so honored to be here to run free up and down those mountains all along Sunset and represent here in the Palisades. It's just such an honor.
It is wonderful to have you with us, and congratulations on the success of your quest.
Thank you so much, and I hope everyone has a great race, and happy 4th of July. And have fun.
That's what counts. Have fun. Thank you. We're going to let her get ready for the run. We had some views there a moment ago of our beautiful view from Corona Del Mar. Corona Del Mar in Toyopa is the low point in terms of altitude of the run, but it might be a high point for excitement because it's the end of the first mile, and you take off from the starting line and go downhill about 700 or 800 feet, maybe 1,000, maybe almost.
No, it's about
almost 100 feet down.
A little over 100 feet is the descent.
Wow. And so I'm feeling great, and then it's all uphill from here.
It's mostly uphill, but it's a wonderful way to start the race with a wonderful view of the ocean.
And so did you ever just glance over and say, oh, there's the Santa Monica Pier. Oops, got to turn left.
No, you know, I have to say I never did. I guess I was a little bit obsessive compulsive about trying to run well, so I never really looked at the view.
Oh, it's beautiful. We have lots of people filling in around here. I know we have cameras all over the place, so if you see any other views around the start and finish line, it's because people are filling in fast here. The announcements in the background are telling people where to be and how to line up, and all the runners for the 5 and the 10K run start at the same starting line, but they finish in 2 lines. So we have 2 lanes that come back, one for 5K winners, one for 10K winners, but the 10K winners are in a special lane when they're up at Will Rogers.
Well, at Will Rogers, they're on their own, and then they come back and parallel in some respects the end of the 5K course, although they are on separate streets.
Now, the view from Will Rogers is magnificent, and this was the home of Will Rogers, the actor, comedian, humorist, writer. What have I left out? Film star, I guess.
Probably in his day, the most famous person in entertainment and media during his time. One of the highest paid people, actually, of his era. And beautifully well known and very well respected. You know, his humor was legendary, and really he was just a tremendous asset to the country at the time he lived, and sadly died in a plane crash in 1935.
Indeed. Now, last year on the program, we actually did a report from the California Theater in San Bernardino, which was the last theater he performed in before he died.
Interesting.
And they have dedicated a room to his name. They have a mural on the wall. If you get a chance to visit that, it's on 4th Street in San Bernardino. But what we're also showing off today is that from the middle of Pacific Palisades down to Corona del Mar, the cliff above Santa Monica Pier, up through Will Rogers State Park, we have a 10K run that's USA Track and Field certified. This is very important.
Well, we think it's important because runners who take the sport seriously like to know that they're running an exact distance. And most courses are not certified, so having the correct distance is meaningful to runners, you know, that take it seriously.
Now, I've always wondered this one, Thomas. If you have a runner, come on over. Stay. If you have a runner and he's got 4-wheel drive, do you take his time and cut it in half because he has an advantage?
That might be a good idea. Good morning.
Now, are you running with your friend? And what is your name? Miriam. Miriam is running with who's this?
Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown. Miriam and Charlie Brown are running in the run, and lots of people are all around. They come from miles around for the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run. Thanks for stopping, Miriam.
Yeah, from Newport Beach.
She's from Newport Beach up here today. Very good.
Thanks for making the trip up. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
The 10K run, thanks Miriam, thanks Charlie Brown. The 10K run is a beautiful thing. We're probably going to take a look at that in this animation built by Mike Davis, an amazing animation and graphics expert in the city. One of the many people working well below what he could be just to promote this wonderful event on a national holiday that started it all.
That's correct. And also I wanted to add, with respect to Will Rogers, one of the really beautiful things about this race is it takes you right in front of his house, and the house is a historical site. You can take tours of it. It's really fascinating.
We're looking at the view of Corona del Mar as they turn and coming up Toyopa now, and the runners here will encounter a hard left, a hard right, stand up, sit down, fight at Pampas Ricas.
That's correct. They make a turn there on Pampas Ricas, and either the 5K runners go turn around on Sunset and come back, and the 10K runners continue on.
It's a thing of beauty. Now, coming up on Sunset, they have a different escape route than the 10K people. They make a hard right on Drummond and then go east on Sunset.
You know about the 10K runners or the 5K?
The 10K people, you're right. The 10K people continue.
The 10K people make a hard right turn off of Sunset onto Chautauqua, and then they follow Drummond back to Sunset.
And then they're going up the back way. This is the way you can't normally drive. They go up the back way into Will Rogers State Park, and we'll have a camera of them coming up that gravelly road. They come over the center of Will Rogers State Park, right next to the house that you mentioned, and then we have them coming down the zigzags of the front road, which I think is actually called Will Rogers Park Drive?
That is Will Rogers State Park Road, and that actually is the steepest part of the course. It's approximately 9% of the steepest components of that, and so the runners do take a pretty good beating coming down that hill.
And back to Sunset, down Drummond, and then back here to Alma Real and Toyopa to the big finish line, and they come down on one half of the road as 10K runners. It's a wonderful and exciting thing, and the starting gun is at 8:15 this morning. Is that correct?
We hope so. That's the plan.
Very good. beautiful overcast day. What is it, 70 degrees, 65 out here?
Probably, yeah, I would say 68, 70 right now, something like
Perfect
that.
running weather. Lots of athletes of all kinds. We met Charlie Brown and his owner a moment ago. We have people with their dogs, people with their kids, people of all ages. Last year we interviewed Lynn Borland, who had run in every one of the 35 years. He took this year off.
He did. Lynn is busy. In fact, he's over here serving as a marshal.
Oh, he is.
And,
yes, there he is.
he's
We'll
right
talk
here.
to him a little later, too. So Lynn Borland is one of the folks who's been running every single year. Come on over, Lynn. There he is. Our wrangler has wrangled Lynn. Now, he's a guy who knows this run inside and out, start to finish. Come on over, Lynn. Just jump in the center. That's okay. So tell us, today you're not running, but you ran for 35 years. How do you feel today?
Well, I feel great. It's an exciting, fabulous day on the 4th of July here in Pacific Palisades. Actually, the weather couldn't be better. It's cool, and we're looking for a great race. We should have about 3,000 runners today.
3,000 people all headed down that hill.
Well, also up some hills, and that's the wonderful thing about this. It's a challenge, and people have to be ready for it. We have some runners that have practiced for months and months. Of course, we've got the walkers that'll have a little more trouble on those hills.
Very good. Now, you were out running with family members last year.
I did. I have granddaughters that ran in the kids' run, and I had another granddaughter that ran in the 5K race, and so we make it a family affair every year.
Fantastic. We want to thank Lynn Borland for being with us and for continuing to volunteer to help with the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run. Lynn, thank you.
Thank you, Tim, for the wonderful job you do.
Appreciate it.
Thank
Now,
you, Lynn.
The run is covered in many, many places, and Kasia Grigorchek is over at that Pampas Ricas and Toyopa corner. We'll be checking in with her in just a little bit. But I want you to understand that people come from miles around. We had the lady from Irvine. We had people, the gentleman came from out of the country last year.
We occasionally get people from out of the country. Sometimes they're here on business, sometimes on vacation, and the race is well known enough that they've heard about it and they want to come and run it. We've been written up in Runner's World magazine, so it's a fairly well-known race.
Well, and it is the only 5 and 10K run that's being televised live in Los Angeles today. This is our second annual telecast of the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run. Proud to bring it to you from Magnolia Street Productions and LA Regional 4th. In fact, you can check out laregional4th.com. We will have replays after today's live telecast on Channel 23, KVMD Television, DirecTV, Dish Network, AT&T, UVerse, Verizon, Fios, all the cable systems.
Wow.
All the ships at sea.
Even on the moon?
I would bet. You know, I haven't checked, but how much faster could you run on the moon with that kind of gravity?
Ooh, quite a bit. But I think you'd run out of oxygen before you got too fast.
Oh, that's a problem, too. I tell you what, we're going to pause for a commercial break, come back and check out Kasia Grigorchek and the excitement at Pampas Ricas. You're watching live coverage of the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run event on LA Regional 4th. The show continues in just a moment. Check us out on the web, too.
Whether you're a business, an organization, a band, a blog, or just you, we all have and watch video. Funny video, product videos, training videos, educational video, a whole lot of video. Stop the madness. Create a TV page. Just import any video, playlist, or channel directly from YouTube. Control the experience. Organize videos around your subject with your program guide. Customize your TV page with your Canvas image, logo, or photo. Share and embed. Not just one video, an entire video collection, on any site or blog, on any device, with everyone. Get yours at tvpage.com. It's free.
My name is Mark Weiss, and we hope we can help you today.
My name is Barbara Archer,
And we offer health insurance for families, individuals, Medicare, small companies, and we also offer insurance to large companies. In addition to that, we offer property and casualty insurance. Should you want a free quote, you can do so online or feel free to call our 800 number.
Archer Weiss also has and offers complete financial services for your investments and your retirement plans.
Phone Archer Weiss today at 800-831-2901 or visit them on the web.
May Santa Fe outlets and Santa Fe seconds be with you.
Were you scared?
The first thing I see is that fancy orange sticker, and it's looking at $5.99, $6. That's well over half off what I think I would pay.
So you're going to say that you spotted that on the rack?
I spotted it, and it's a good deal.
And the most important thing I can tell you is they have the super thin ones. These are all very modern, new style TVs.
I have 3 different birthday parties to shop for, and I think I just found all 3 gifts that easily.
This is a great fan. I love this one, Kasha.
But I think I have you beat, Tim, because we have a whole wall of air conditioning units.
Brand names and great prices. Visit Santa Fe Outlets. That's the store we were walking in. 896 East Holt Avenue in Pomona. Also, Santa Fe Seconds in Southgate and Wilmington.
Hello, I'm John Dade. I'm the founder of the Cigar Night Business Mixer Group here in Orange County. We also have chapters in LA and the Inland Empire. I actually started the group a couple years ago as a way for business professionals, business owners, and entrepreneurs to get together and network on a slightly different level. I'd like to invite everybody to our Tuesday night event, which is going to be the second Tuesday of the month at the Grand Havana Room in LA, which is one of the premier cigar lounges, private cigar lounges in North America. We'd love to have you join us. Thank you for watching the LA Regional 4th program.
Just stand by here.
Hi, Peter.
Do you want him now? Or
Yes, I do. Hi, I want to change things up, and Rob, I'm going to mess you up here for a second because Peter is here, and Peter is a world-class runner, and we have to let him get ready to run. So very quickly, Peter, Thomas, swing over, get Thomas and Peter, okay?
Well, we're really pleased to have Peter with us today. Peter is our own hometown hero, a local guy who just became a world-class runner. He's our current course record holder. He ran this 5K course in a sizzling 14 minutes and 10 seconds back in 2003, and went on to tremendous fame. He went to Berkeley and had a terrific running career for the U.S. team as a marathoner, our premier marathoner for the Americans in 2006 and 7. So we're thrilled to have you here, Peter.
Great. It's so great to be back. I haven't run the race in, I have to check, probably 5 or 6 years, and I just love it. I'm not going to be nearly as fast this year.
We're still thrilled to have you here.
Just doing it for fun.
Great.
I'm not even sure. Maybe I'll turn it. I don't know if I'm going to do the 5 or the 10K. We'll see. I always wanted to decide on Sunset, but I always decided the 5. So maybe this year we'll go up and do the switchbacks.
That would be absolutely fantastic. We would be thrilled if you did the 10K.
We're going to be watching,
yeah.
and we have to let you go right now, but we're going to be watching, and we're going to keep track of you, okay?
Great talking to you guys.
Thanks,
you. Peter. Thanks.
Let's go over and check in with Kasha and Eleanor at Pampas Ricas now, a very important and challenging part of the run.
Hello. All right, good morning, guys. I'm Kasha Grigorchik, and I'm here with Ellen Kerr. She is a veteran Will Rogers 10K, 5K runner. Good morning, Ellen.
Good morning.
Great to have you. And we are actually at the corner of Pampas Ricas and Toyopa. And this is actually where the 10K runners will be passing through, and 5K at one point. So I'm just going to ask Eleanor a little bit about what the runners are experiencing right when they pass through this area.
So this is actually the first mini challenge, I would say, in the course. They've gone downhill from the beginning, from the starting line, and now they've just had to come uphill for about half a mile, and it feels steeper than it actually is. Right. But there are lots of fans along the road to help cheer them along. Yes. And as they come around this bend, they'll hit their first water break. So that'll help give them some relief. They'll have then some flat time on Sunset before the 10K runners head up to the switchbacks.
Right, definitely. So now we actually have some runners warming up. Did you do anything specific to help, prepare for this 10K?
To prepare for the 10K, running the switchbacks once a week is really helpful, just to build your strength on the hills.
Right, and it sounds like that will be kind of the toughest point. And then also, you not only have participated in this 10K, 5K, but you're also a marathon runner. So tell me a little bit about that. You were also in a very important marathon this year. Just tell us a little bit about that.
I was fortunate enough to run the Boston Marathon this past April and finished before the explosions took place. But it was such a heartwarming experience and a run that I will never forget, and I hope to be back there again this year or next year.
Yeah, definitely, and huge congratulations on that. And I see today we have a little bit of a knee injury, right? So we are not participating in the 10K, 5K for today, right?
That's right, but I'm happy to help volunteer. It's such a community event here in the Palisades. It's nice to be able to give back.
Yeah, definitely. And are you from the area originally?
Originally, I'm from Houston, Texas, but I've lived in Pacific Palisades for 15 years.
And it's a beautiful area. So did you find yourself kind of using this run as a, training stepping block for larger marathons and runs?
Definitely. I cut my chops running around the Palisades, actually running around Will Rogers Park and those very switchbacks. I had no idea when I started running 7 years ago that I'd be in Boston someday at the Boston Marathon. So I appreciate it.
Awesome accomplishment. And today it's a little bit gloomy, but I think
actually that's great for the runners. The runners are all happy that there's some cloud cover to protect them from the hot sun.
Right, and I think you said it'll break eventually, but they'll start. It'll be nice and cool. So we wish the runners lots of luck today. Eleanor, thank you for joining me, and back to you, Tim. Thank you.
We have some very important folks working very hard. Kasha and Eleanor out there at Pampas Ricas and Toyopa. I'm with Thomas Hathaway here at the start-finish, and Jake Steinfeld, the honorary mayor of Pacific Palisades. Welcome to the broadcast.
Great to see you. What a turnout. What do you say, guys?
Great to have you, Jake.
What a beautiful morning. I mean, you want to talk about the most magnificent place in the world to live and to run a sort of mini 5 and 10K, this is the place to do it.
This is the place to be.
Now, you are here for the start of the run, but you are also the honorary mayor of Pacific Palisades, so you're participating with the parade this afternoon as well.
I'm pretty excited about it. We usually go east, which we've been for the last 11 years. This is a great honor to be the honorary mayor of Pacific Palisades. We've done some great things already, having a lot of fun, and the parade should be a blast. I mean, they're talking about a record crowd being here this afternoon. I'm pretty excited about it, fellas.
We're thrilled to have you with us, Jake. And as most people know, Jake is, of course, a fitness icon, and we're absolutely honored to have him in our community. He does tremendous things for the public at large and for our community.
Well, great. I think that we lost power, so we should see what's going on. But you were playing it great, man. Well, I love it. It was great. He was playing great with it.
Jake, we appreciate you stopping by. We'll be talking to you more.
Right,
Thank you so
forward
much.
To it. All right, man.
Jake Steinfeld, honorary mayor of Pacific Palisades, California. We have very important folks that are all over the place here. You mentioned record crowd. How big is the crowd this year?
I mean, I can tell you, I think we're talking about over 3,500 or 4,000 runners. I know that. Which,
each one brings 2 or 3 friends and a dog.
I think it could be a few 100,000 people here, which is going to be pretty amazing. It could top 500,000, which is going to be amazing.
Well, they're here to see you.
God bless America and Pacific Palisades.
Right.
I appreciate it. Hey, you are watching the LA Regional 4th telecast of the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run event. Also, the backyard reports, the Pacific Palisades Americanism Parade. We have the pace car falling into place here. We're going to have the wireless pilot camera that will be right in front of the lead runners to have the people at home feel like they are one step ahead of the lead runners.
It is just, I mean, in this beautiful little neighborhood of ours, look what's going on. I mean, we got dishes here. I mean, satellite dishes. That amazing. People from across the country are coming to run right here this morning.
We used to say it was the best kept secret on the 4th of July, but not anymore.
Not anymore. I mean, not anymore. And if I have anything to do with it, forget about the best kept secret, because if you think it's going to be big this year, wait till you see next year.
Now, we have lots of people filling in around the start-finish line now. You said almost 4,000 runners?
That's what they're saying.
Before our eyes in about half an hour, about 15 minutes or so,
about 15 minutes, yeah. And instead of a gun today, we're going to shoot off a cannon. So
They didn't just give you a can of silly string?
Well, they've actually relieved me of the cannon duty because it's kind of dangerous.
I knew they didn't arrest you.
And I have friends, you know, my friends with the LAPD are here, and I said, just cover me, guys, because we're not lighting off a gun. When I'm shooting a gun, we're lighting off a cannon. So I just said, check, please, you know. But it's going to be a lot of fun. And the people come from all over the place, guys. It's pretty exciting. As I was walking up Ocampo to see everybody, you know, the neighbors, and it's such a friendly, isn't it? I mean,
it's terrific. It's terrific. And we draw people from all over Southern California. We've talked to people from Newport Beach and, you know, Inland Empire. It's just great.
There are a couple of people here from England.
There you go.
Yeah, some visitors came in from England to run. So when you see that, it's like, come on, you're kidding me.
Hey, our course record holder, Russell Edmonds, is from England. He came here in 1983 and just smoked the course at 29 minutes and changed, and that's it. It stood all these years.
And it still stands.
Still stands.
Well, I think the English guys are used to this sky,
this kind of weather.
And they say, I'm at home.
Is there anybody, maybe a question for you guys. Is there anyone that we know that's a ringer that's coming in? Do you have any idea? I mean,
none that we know of. We know Peter Gilmore is here. His prime years were 2006, 2007.
I spoke to Peter. Yeah,
but he's still in tremendous shape. We don't know. He's talking about running the 10K, so we're really excited about seeing if he does what he can do.
And is there a secret to running this course? Is it, usually a
there's definitely, especially for the 10K. Most people know the course is hilly, but they haven't really stopped to study what that means. And what that means is that 3/4 of the total climbing happens in the last half of the race. So when you get to the 5K mark, you're not even halfway done with the climbing. And if you don't run the course respecting that conservatively, you're going to pay for it on those hills.
That's a great point. If for notes for people who are watching who might be thinking about next year.
Yeah?
What do you guys, the fitness business is my business. But when it comes to running, what do you think? I mean, how could a person train to be prepared for this one?
One of the things I want to mention is that we're about to take one more look at the Will Rogers camera and then at the Pampas Ricas camera down by the ocean, so people can see this run route.
I love
Corona Del Mar, where it joins Toyopa. It's such a beautiful view, but it's the low point. It's a great point of high confidence and low altitude.
Yes.
And then people turn and have to head up the hill. They'll be at Pampas Ricas near where we just saw Kasia and Eleanor, and then they go another 110 feet up in elevation to Will Rogers State Park. This really is a good workout.
It's a great workout, and to see the smiling faces of people just all over the place smiling and waving. I see Jim Mercer, the Mercer House. They won best decoration.
Well,
the Pacific Palisades.
VIPs.
They are VIPs, and they're the front page of the LA Times this morning. So you want to talk about.
Excellent.
Well, and we need to mention then that the house decorating is sponsored by Joan Sather Realty, and she is also a sponsor for the Pacific Palisades Parade event this afternoon. So
what a nice lady,
congratulations,
too. A great lady,
and
we had a ball running around in the golf cart yesterday, looking at all the great houses. Looking at all the great houses who actually did a great job decorating.
That's
it's great to see, fellas. I'm telling you, I'm going to take a walk over there because I got to get ready to.
Right.
Indeed.
To
and we have to dive to break. Jake, it's good to see you.
Seeing you guys.
Thank you, Jake. Good luck on the start.
Have fun. God bless Pacific Palisades.
We have a kickoff to the run starting in just a couple moments on the LA Regional 4th telecast. Stay with us. The show continues in just a moment. Check us out on the web, too.
Whether you're a business, an organization, a band, a blog, or just you, we all have and watch video. Funny video, product videos, training videos, educational video, a whole lot of video. Stop the madness. Create a TV page. Just import any video, playlist, or channel directly from YouTube. Control the experience. Organize videos around your subject with your program guide. Customize your TV page with your Canvas image, logo, or photo. Share and embed. Not just one video, an entire video collection, on any site or blog, on any device, with everyone. Get yours at tvpage.com. It's free.
My name is Mark Weiss, and we hope we can help you today.
My name is Barbara Archer, and we offer health insurance for families, individuals, Medicare, small companies, and we also offer insurance to large companies. In addition to that, we offer property and casualty insurance. Should you want a free quote, you can do so online or feel free to call our 800 number.
Archer Weiss also has and offers complete financial services for your investments and your retirement plans.
Phone Archer Weiss today at 800-831-2901 or visit them on the web.
May Santa Fe outlets and Santa Fe seconds be with you.
Were you scared?
The first thing I see is that fancy orange sticker, and it's looking at $5.99, $6. That's well over half off what I.
So you're going to say that you spotted that on the rack?
I spotted it, and it's a good deal.
And the most important thing I can tell you is they have the super thin ones. These are all very modern, new style TVs.
I have 3 different birthday parties to shop for, and I think I just found all 3 gifts that easily.
This is a great fan. I love this one, Kasha.
But I think I have you beat, Tim, because we have a whole wall of air conditioning units.
Brand names and great prices. Visit Santa Fe Outlets. That's the store we were walking in. 896 East Holt Avenue in Pomona. Also, Santa Fe Seconds in Southgate and Wilmington.
Hello, I'm John Dade. I'm the founder of the Cigar Night Business Mixer Group here in Orange County. We also have chapters in LA and the Inland Empire. I actually started the group a couple of years ago as a way for business professionals, business owners, and entrepreneurs to get together and network on a slightly different level. I'd like to invite everybody to our Tuesday night event, which is going to be the second Tuesday of the month at the Grand Havana Room in LA, which is one of the premier cigar lounges, private cigar lounges in North America. We'd love to have you join us. Thank you for watching the LA Regional 4th program.
Hey, Dennis.